Hello?
Miss Lestico, guess what time it is?
What time?
It's time for math!
Yay!
Welcome back to another exciting day of math.
Oh my goodness, are you ready to go, Miss Lynn?
I am ready to go. Let's jump right in.
All right.
Our target says I can represent a number in standard, base 10, picture, and expanded form.
Wow.
That's a lot of forms,
Goodness.
Miss
Now,
Lestico.
Miss Lime, a few days ago, all of those different math vocabulary terms would have scared me, but I know a lot of those forms already.
Yeah, and we're going to keep practicing them today. And to help us practice, we're going to take a look at this cool video.
Hey kids, thank you for joining me. Today I'm learning all about teenage numbers. The last time I saw you, we learned all about the tens and ones place. But I am having a hard time with numbers above 10. Would you help me learn more about teenage numbers? Awesome. Let's go over to the teacher's desk. Here on the desk we have some numbers. They start with 11 and end with 19. These are the numbers between 10 and 20. We call these teenage numbers. Can you read the numbers with me? 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Take a minute and tell me how all these numbers are alike, or what is the same about all these numbers. Each one of these numbers has the number 1 in the front of the two-digit number. What does the number 1 mean in front of the two-digit number? It means that there is a 10 inside that number. The other number represents how many ones are left over after the 10. To better understand this, let's take a look at one of these numbers. Here is the number 14, and in the number 14 we have a 1 in the tens place and a 4 in the ones place. Another way to think of this is 1 10 and 4 extra ones after the 10. Teenage numbers all have a 10 and some extra ones on the side. You can see that in the tens place there is one group of 10, and in the ones place there are 4 extra ones. There is also another really cool way to look at these numbers when they expand. Let me show you an awesome way to look at teenage numbers. Here is the number 14. You will notice the tens place is one color and the ones place is another color. But watch what happens now. Wow! The number 10 was hiding in the number 14. In all teenage numbers, there will be a 10 hiding in the number. Let's look at one more teenage number. What number is this? This is the number 18, and if we find the 10 hiding, we will see 10 and 8 extra ones. So the number 18 is a 10 and 8 ones left over. Great job, kids! You can even make your own cards just like this one. We've learned today that teenage numbers are 11 through 19, and each one of the numbers are made up of a 10 and ones left over. So a number like 13 is made up of a 10 and 3 ones. These teenage numbers are awesome. I hope you learned a lot about teenage numbers like I did. Take care, and we will see you next time. Goodbye.
Oh my goodness, he reminded me of so many things we've learned about these teenage numbers, like the ones place, the tens place. Wow. It even looked like he was starting expanded form when he was showing us the 10 and the 8. He was just missing that plus sign.
Yeah, that's true, Miss Lime. So the first number that we have is the standard form of the number 13.
Wow.
I know that this is the standard form because I can read it just like I would any normal number. So this is standard or normal form. Now, Miss Lime, I have to tell how many tens and ones are in the number 13. But I remember from the video, he told me that all of the teenage numbers have a 1 in the tens place. So I'm going to put my 1 in the tens place. And then if I have a 1 in the tens place, that means I would have 3 ones. So now, if I am going to draw this picture, I'm going to have to think about what my base 10 blocks would look like if I was building this number.
Could we just really use base 10 blocks and then do the picture?
We could. Miss Line, could you show us the base 10 blocks that would build this number so that I can draw a picture of it?
Let's see. She said 110. Okay, so I have 110. And she said 3 ones. So I need 3 ones. Here are my 3 ones. I'm going to try to hold them so you can kind of see all of them at once. So I have 110 and 3 ones. That's what it looks like in the base 10 blocks.
Oh, so I'm going to draw a picture of what I see that Miss Lime has. She has her 110 block, so our big skinny rectangle, and then 3 little squares for my 3 ones.
What's this last box, Miss Lestico?
Expanded form. So I remember this is the one that we've been talking about where you grow the number or expand it to make it bigger. So I have to take how much this 10 is worth. So I know that 1 10 block is worth 10 tiny little cubes. And then if I had 10, I can't just put the ones next to it because it would look like a giant number. So if I added it, so I'm putting my addition symbol to the amount of ones that I have. So I have 3 ones, then that would equal the standard form of my number. So it would just equal 13.
Great job. Okay, it's my turn. I am going to draw a number and, oh my goodness, it says 10 plus 4. That's not standard form. This isn't how I would normally see a number. 10 plus 4. Wait, this looks just like expanded form. Oh my goodness. This is expanded form. 10 plus 4. Oh, this is going to be kind of tricky. Let's see, 10 plus 4. Well, I have 110. I know that. I have 110. And I have 4 ones. That's right. I have 4 ones. Let's see. So I have 110 and 4 ones. I might not be sure about my standard form yet, so maybe let me try drawing it first with my picture form. But Miss Lestico, can you help me? How would I build with base 10 blocks? 10 plus 4.
Well,
10 plus 4.
I would just use this. So it tells me how many 10s and how many 1s I would need to build your number. So it tells me I would need 110 blocks. I have my 110. And then Miss Lime would need 4 more 1s. So let's see. 4 1s in my hands. I have 1, 2, 3, 4. And Miss Lime did the exact same thing. She drew her skinny rectangle and she drew her 4 1 cubes.
Now it's kind of a little bit easier for me to see what would my standard form of this number be. If I can't tell from my expanded form or my 10s and 1s, I can see, well, this is 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. The standard form of my number is 14. So even though I started with expanded form, I was still able to determine what number it was and the other forms.
All right, Miss Lime, I'm going to grab one. Oh, it's the number 5. So this would be my standard form.
That's right. That's how I would normally see that.
Yeah, that's how we would normally see 5. So I'm going to go ahead and get started on my 10s and 1s. But Miss Lime, there's only 1 digit in this number, and it's the 1s place. So I know that obviously in my 1s place, I would put my 5. But what do I put in my 10s? There's only 1 number up here.
You don't have any 10s, Miss Lestico.
So if we don't have any,
You put 0.
Oh, okay. Wow, I do remember that from yesterday. So I'm going to go ahead and put a 0 in my 10s place because there are no 10s in the number 5. So if I'm going to build it in a picture form, Miss Lime wouldn't need any 10 blocks at all. She would just need 5 of our 1 blocks. And so I'm going to draw 5 squares to show our 1 block. So if we were counting
Like
this,
that.
we could just say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and know we got the standard form of our number. But now if I'm building my expanded form, I know that I have to have my 10s place plus my 1s place, but I don't have a 10s place. So put 0 plus 5, and that would still equal 5. So my expanded form would just be 0 plus 5 equals 5.
Okay, here's our next card. Ready?
Well, that's not a number.
It's not a... Wait, it is, Miss Lestico. It's the picture form of a number. These are two long rectangles.
I recognize those from my base 10 blocks of how we would draw two tens.
Oh my goodness, that's right. It's 2 tens. There are 2 tens. And there are 0 ones. So I'm going to put a 0 there because there are 0 ones. Well, if I was counting this number, I would say 10, 20. The standard form of this number is 20. Expanded form. Now, I know that expanded form is the value of my tens plus the value of my ones. I have 2 tens. I'm not going to put 2 because 2 tens are worth 20. So I'm going to say 20 plus the value of my ones. 0 ones. Miss Lestico, 0 ones is worth 0. So I'm going to say my expanded form is 20 plus 0.
All right, I have another one. It's an addition problem.
Ooh, 0 plus 9.
Oh, addition problems are for expanded form, Miss
right.
So that's when we take the tens place and we add it to the ones place in order to expand it or make it bigger and show all of the parts of the number. Oh, okay. Well, I know expanded form is my tens place plus my ones place. So how many tens I have would be at the beginning. And if there's a 0, then that means that I would have 0 tens. And if there's a 9 in the ones part, that means I would have 9 ones. So now if I was going to draw this, I wouldn't need any of my long skinny rectangles because there are 0 tens.
That's
How many
right.
ones would I need, Miss Lime?
I think you would need 9 ones.
Oh my goodness.
So I'm going to build it with 9 of the base 10 blocks.
And I'm going to get started on my squares, making sure that they're spaced far enough apart where I can count all of my squares together to figure out what the standard form of my number is. So the standard form of my number would be 9.
Okay, we have one more that we're going to practice today. Here it is. Oh my goodness, Miss Lestico. It's the picture form. I have, in this picture, let's see, I have 1 10 and 7 ones. Oh, while Miss Lestico builds that, I'm going to go ahead and write down that I had 1 10 and 7 ones. 1 10, 7 ones. And let's see how Miss Lestico built it on the base 10 blocks.
All right, so I used Miss Lime's standard to help me, and I see that I had 1 10, and then I grabbed 7 1 cubes so that I can space them out, and I can count how many cubes that I had.
Well, let me look at my expanded form. I need the value of my tens plus the value of my ones. I have 1 10. I'm not going to put 1 because I know that the value of 1 10 is 10. That means if I have 1 10, it's worth 10.
As you can see, there's 10 tiny little ones inside of this block, so it's worth 10.
And I have 7 ones, and the value of 7 ones is 7. So I have 10 plus 7. That's my expanded form. I have 10 plus 7. Oh, that must mean that my standard form of my number is 17.
All right, now it's your turn, Miss Lime. What are they going to have to do?
Okay, on Seesaw or on paper if you're in your classroom, you are going to have to represent a number in different forms. Just like we drew a card and it had a different form, like it might be standard form, it might be expanded form, you have to determine what are the missing ways to represent that number. Make sure you push the green check mark when you're done. We'll see you tomorrow.